the Phoenix Suns have been eliminated. And, I mean, the title of this is probably going to be something like the last era, old era is gone, it's a new era, what the heck is going on, I have to apologize, I don't know, something. But the Phoenix Suns have been eliminated. When I was making my first round predictions, I predicted that the Phoenix-Minnesota series would be one of the best series of the first round. And it was a series that I legit didn't have an answer for. I didn't know who was going to win. Because you have KD, you have Book, and you have Beal on one side. And the other side, you have Anthony Edwards, Cat, and Rudy. And this team that has been amazing all season. But I had playoff concerns about Rudy and Cat. They shut me up. What can I say? They shut me up because, oh my, Anthony Edwards, I have to apologize. I know you're not going to see this, but I was not familiar with your game. Because the Timberwolves won a playoff series for the first time in 20 years. 20 years. That's how long it's been, and they won a playoff series. Like, what the heck? It's crazy. And that's not all. Okay, first I'll talk about this because this is the one that's most relevant. The Suns got swept. They didn't even put up a fight. Kevin Durant was he had 33 points. But if you watch the game at the end, he was barely getting the ball. He was just not serious. And I mean, this isn't his team. This is Devin Booker's team. Of course, it's Devin Booker's team. KD might be the best player on the team, but it's really his team. And so I can understand why Devin Booker was getting the ball. He was on fire too. He had 47, but still they lost. And it's so crazy to me because Beal didn't have the greatest game. And over the whole series, KD and Booker have been pretty good. Beal's been pretty good. And it's been all three of those guys have been great. But the Timberwolves have just been better. The role players have been playing amazing. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Naz Reid, Kyle Anderson, Jaden McDaniels. And then you got, of course, Anthony Edwards has been that guy. Cat has been doing his thing, doing his job, coming through for the team in the playoffs. And Rudy has been amazing on the defensive and offensive sides of the ball. And it's just been beautiful to watch for the Timberwolves. The Suns, man, and I'm kind of sad that the Suns are losing this that they're out, because I did want to see that Suns versus Nuggets second round matchup, because we saw those matchups in the regular season and they were pretty good. And I was thinking, hey, the Suns might actually be able to put up a fight with the Nuggets. I had the Nuggets winning in 7 for that series still, but I thought that could be a good series. I'm a little in shock, but at the same time, it's just this Suns team didn't take it seriously enough. Bradley Beal, it was funny because there was a thing before the game, or maybe it was yesterday or a few days ago. Bradley Beal said, "I'll be damned if I get swept. I've never been swept before in my career." And he got swept. Kevin Durant, there was one point at the end of the game, they passed Kevin Durant the ball. He didn't catch that joint. He almost turned the ball over. They had to get it back and give it to Beal and Booker, who scored. But still, he had 33 points. I didn't see the Kevin Durant that I expected to see. I saw Devin Booker. But KD, I mean, of course he was great overall because he's Kevin Durant. But he just, man, I don't know. It just didn't seem like there was an urgency this entire series. And even the players admitted that there wasn't an urgency to win these games. And that's why they lost. So the Timberwolves, just great job for them, obviously. They did amazing. But the Suns is honestly a disappointment. And of course, their role players weren't the greatest, but Royce O'Neal, Eric Gordon, they were hitting some clutch shots today. Nurkic had some good plays, but that's about it. Yeah, it's not very good. The Suns, and then the future, of course, everybody's talking about how they have $150 million locked in with these 3 players right here, and their picks are gone because they traded away for KD. They have nothing, and they're still good enough to be a good team, but are they good enough to contend? I don't know now, because they formed this big three of the best scorers in the NBA, and they got swept in the first round. Out of all the series right now, there's Heat versus Celtics, where the Celtics are up 3-1. That's going as expected. The Clippers Mavericks is 2-2. as expected. Magic Cavs, I didn't expect the Cavs to get another game, but I mean, sure. Still nothing too crazy. You have, of course, this series where they got swept. You have Lakers Nuggets, where the Lakers are down 3-1. And of course, that's expected, of course, for me, because I expected the Nuggets because they're just that good. But lots of people are like, oh, LeBron's getting eliminated. What the heck? And this is if the Nuggets win tomorrow, it's crazy to think about. Jalen Suggs this year has more playoff wins than LeBron, KD, and Curry, and technically even Giannis combined. It's crazy. And even Kawhi, technically, because he's been injured the games where they won. So, it's something else. Yeah, with the Nuggets versus Lakers, I really don't have much else to say about that series. I expected the Nuggets to win from the start. Lakers did put up a good fight in that game 4. LeBron came back to help them win that one and cooked, but I don't think it's going to be enough. They're not going to come back from down 3-0. So it is what it is. The Nuggets versus Timberwolves is going to be a second round matchup, and I'm very excited to see that. We'll see what happens. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a very, very good series, but that's another conversation for another day. The last series I did want to talk about was actually first of all, Mavericks versus Clippers. This is a good series, and I expected it to be a good series, but something interesting is that both the games where Kawhi played, the Clippers lost, and both the games where Kawhi didn't play, the Clippers won. And I'm pretty sure I saw inside the NBA guys talking about that. Kawhi is still injured. He didn't play the best in those 2 games where he did play, and so the injury is still affecting him, and we haven't seen that playoff killer Kawhi that we're used to seeing. If Kawhi comes back for Game 5, we just want to see both these teams at their healthiest, at their best. And so far, it's been a great series. I do want to see Luka and Kyrie do their thing, though, because Kyrie was amazing in that past game. He dropped like 40. Luka had a 29-point triple-double, and he still feels he isn't doing enough. And if you're the Clippers and you're hearing that, or if you're a Clippers fan, if you're the Clippers, you should be like ready to go into this game. But if you're a Clippers fan and you're hearing that, you might be a little scared. But we'll see what it's gonna be. This is gonna be probably the best series of the first round, at least, because all the rest of them are 3-1 or over, except Cavs versus Magic. And I mean, that could be good, but it's Cavs versus Magic. Who really cares? That's literally the only series where I have not watched any of the games so far. It's kind of funny, but yeah. Every single other series, I've watched at least a bit of one of the games. And Cavs vs. Magic is the only one where I haven't watched any of the games yet. To be fair, it is that they have been at inconvenient times for me, but still, it's like... Sixers versus Knicks is another thing I want to talk about. It just seems like for some teams, there isn't a sense of urgency. They're not serious about it. And the Lakers, it's like some teams I could tell they're actually trying. They're actually fighting. Like the Lakers are a team where I could say, they're fighting. They're doing their best. They're trying their hardest to stay in the series and to win. The Suns, I don't see that. The Sixers, I mean, Embiid's cooking. Tyrese Maxey's having a pretty good series, but I don't see the urgency. I'm pretty sure I saw a stat that they missed like their last 13 field goals at the end of the game 4, which is not good. So it just seems like they're not locked in. Funny enough, they're not locked in. The Knicks are great. They're rebounding. Jalen Brunson, he dropped like 50 tonight, 47 maybe. I can't remember how many. But there was a lot of great scoring performances today. But still, yeah, it's very hard to stop Jalen Brunson, and the Knicks have been doing a great job overall. Their team has been amazing. It's just the Sixers, I feel like they do have the tools to win the series. Similarly to the Suns. The Suns could have won that series with the Timberwolves, but they're not really locked in. I don't know what it is. And when it comes to, that's another thing I wanted to talk about. The Bucks versus Pacers. I'll save that for later. But like when it comes to teams like the Bucks, teams like the Heat, teams like not really the Clippers because they've lost when they had Kawhi in the game, but you get the point. They're injured. They have guys who are out. They have reasons why they're not winning these games. But there's teams like this. I look at a team like the Suns and a team like the Sixers where they're completely healthy. and they're still losing. So it doesn't really make much sense to me. But we need to talk about Pacers versus Bucks, because there's a video I made, and if the Bucks get eliminated, I will make another video as like a, I don't know what to call it. You get what I'm saying? It's not looking good. Dame out, Giannis out, down 3-1. It's looking like the Pacers are gonna move on to the next round. I can't count out the Bucks 100% because there have been teams that came back down 3-1 before, but it's not looking good. It is not looking good at all. Basketball was great today. We got some great games. Even without Giannis, without Dame, we're getting some great games. It does suck that Dame is injured, because with him healthy, we could actually get a full competitive playoff series. Watch basketball, enjoy basketball. Let me not steal that. Okay. Hopefully the playoffs continue to be as entertaining as they have been so far, because they've been great so far, and it's been amazing to watch these teams compete. Even the Timberwolves Suns series, that was still entertaining, even though the Suns got swept. So it's good to see. Wow, it's good to see Anthony Edwards, man. He was something else. It's good to see all these teams competing, trying to win. And one series decided. We might have two more decided oh wait, no, because tomorrow, if I remember correctly, is game 4 of Celtics Heat. So that would mean the Celtics would have to win one more afterwards. And then it's also for LA Denver, it would be game 5. So we could, game 4 Celtics Heat, game 4 Thunder Pelicans, which means the Thunder could move on, and game 5 Lakers Nuggets. The schedule just came up on the TV. So we can see all those games happen, and Celtics versus Heat, if the Heat tied the series 2-2, hey, that's a series right there. Thunder Pelicans is probably going to end up the Thunder winning that game 4. I mean, I expected the Pelicans to get 1 game or 2, but we'll see. We will see. So yeah, we're probably going to see Denver and OKC move on tomorrow, and that would be fun. It's 12 a.m. I'm going to go to bed. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate y'all. This was just a bit of yapping. I don't know what the title of this is going to be. I don't know what the focus of this video was, but I talked about basketball. Hope y'all enjoyed. Have a nice day. Subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And yeah, bye.